Okay, we're going to do this. This is a formation of how we get certain numbers, okay? And the numbers we are going to get are going to be doubling up and arriving at the house of 7 and 10. Okay, this is what we're going to do. We're going to go to 7 and 10. Remember that 7 is the opposite of 13. 7 and 6 and 1. 6 and 7 is 13. 6 and 1 is 7. You want to do it the other way. 9 and 4 is 13. 3 and 4 is 7. 2, 5, and 8 are in the center for 7, 4, 10. For 1, 4, 7. 2 and 8 makes 1. 5 and 2 makes 7. 8 and 8 is 16, makes 7. So this is what happens. 1 and 1 is 2. 1 and 9 is 1. This becomes 2. This becomes 1. This becomes 4. This becomes 2. This becomes 6. This becomes 3. This becomes 8. This becomes 4. This becomes 1. This becomes 5. Now, once you've reached the end, what happens here? This is where Mars begins. We begin in Venus, and we begin in Mercury. We come over to Mars and into Venus. Then in between that is the half-life, because it's in between 6 and 3 voids. Okay, this is the sky. This is the birth of man. 3 plus 3 makes 1. 3 times 3. Now we come down to here. Then we get 3, which is now earth. And then we get 6, as becomes creation. Here we get 5. Here we get 9. E-I-E-I-O, the house on the farm, the gateway of the birth. 27, 29 inside of this one equals to your Y and Y. 8 and 8 equals to 7. 8 and 9, this is now the doorway, the passage, the corridor between 2. Now we're going to go the separation between 11 and 19 inside Venus and the portal, right? We go across and down if you want inside the vacuum. We get 8 and 11, 19, 7 and 22, and so forth, all the way to 88 and 89. This is the high sky. This is 1 away from 10. This is 1 away from 7. 5 and 5 are dividing sides. 7 is the gateway of 3, 1, and 3. 3, 1 to the center, and 3. Because we branch out, we see forward and we branch out. We are in the middle of 2. So we come over here, becomes 2, 1, becomes 3. Now we have the church. Now this becomes 6. This here, it becomes the half-light. This becomes the birth, and this becomes the life, because this is the IT system inside of 29. It is 5 times 4, 5 plus 4, which equals to the IT system, passage through the radiant sun. This is the gateway, 7 times 7. This one is created by the 9 lives of the cat. 8 times 6, how do we get 44 again? 32 and 12. 8 by 4 is 32. 8 plus 4 is 12. So this one's created by Pluto. And it shows up as number 8, which means Neptune, which means a division of 2 sides. Because it's 6. To make 8, you need a division of 2 sides. This is your 6. 2 sides of 6 or 2 sides of 8. 2 and 8 over here. Then we come down over here. Okay, and we have 1 and 5. This becomes Mars, E-I-E-I-O. 5 and 5 is 10. 9 and 5 is 14. 1 and 4 is 5. 9 and 4 is 13. 1 and 3 is 4. 4 and 4 is 8. 9 and 3 is 12. 1 and 2 is 3. 3 and 3 is 6. 3 and 3 is 6. They work out both ways all the way down. 66, man's birth is inside the creation, inside of Earth. E-I-E-I-O, the farm becomes on Mars, and the gateway, 7 times 7, 49, and 8 by 4, Pluto equals to 5. This becomes the sun. This becomes the sky of the second sun. It takes 2 colors to create the orange sun, not one inside the electronic blue sky. Then we come over, or we come down, and we read it this way. 82 equals 2. 8 minus 1, 2 plus 5. 82, 8 and 8 is 16. 1 and 6 is 7. 1 and 6 is 7. 5 and 2 is 7. 8 and 5, 1 and 5 go with 28, the cycle of the moon. Next, we go to 91, artificial intelligence. Remember where we got this, 1 and 8. Chaldean stops at 8. There is no 9 in between. Even when you're starting at a point and ending at a point, you can never get an in between. 7 and 3, 6 and 4, 5 and 5, 4 and 6 equals 2. 4 plus 3, 6 plus 1. 4 plus 6, 6 plus 4. 4 is already at the 4 world or 13 world. 6 gets 7 for 13. 1 and 3 is 4. 31 equals 4, 22 equals 4, 13 equals 4, 94 equals 13, 1 and 3 equals 4, 7 and 6 equals 4, 8 and 5 equals 13 equals 4. All of your results come out of this. Over here, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10. Into the 7, 10, and the 13 world, 1 and 3 equals to 4, and this is 1, becomes 7, 1, 4. So we get 85, spirit of the matrix, artificial intelligence, creation of the gateway. Over here, 94 through Uranus. Altered current comes to passing because the altered current is this way. You see the funnel? If you want, we can put the two eyes. I didn't put the two eyes on this, right? But the two eyes, right? Or if you want to look at a head or you want to look at a beak, whichever way you want to look at this. Okay, we can put the head up here. These are the separating beaks. These are the legs. This is the waist. Talking about the design. So we come over here and we create the 7 and the 10 world. Now we're going to take this and we're going to go a step further. Inside this world, we have from 82. Okay, let's start from the bottom. We go from 28 to 21. We go from 37 to 31, 46 to 41, 55 to 51. I'm going to show you why. I'm going to show you why we do this. Because when we get to 65 to 61, 64 to 61, I'm going to show you what happens. We get 46. Do I have 64 over here? I want to see 64, yes. 64, yes, but I didn't do the equation. Okay. When we go from 46 to 41, 55 to 51, we're going with tens. We're getting our tens and we're seeing what's happening with them. This answer to this becomes 4 and 9. This becomes 6 and 8. This is your communication. Again, your communication is altered current, east-west, this way. Okay, in order to get this, you need 5 and 6. 5 and 5 is 10 equals 1. 6 and 6 is 12 equals 3. 5 and 6, that's your second sun. This is your 37. This is the cube of the second sun, which is runner of the cube, something to do with the motherboard of some sort. So when we do all these things over here, 5 and 1 is 6. 5 and 5 is 10 is 1. This is 16. This becomes the half-life. This is Mars, and the passage at speed is the half-life. This becomes the gateway, 7 and 8. This becomes the communication gateway. 7 times 7, okay, is the two doors. 7 times 7 is 49. This is communication. This is the separation. This is the half-life position. Now, when we come up to 82 to 89, what I want to show you is 8 and 2, they're all 10s. 8 and 9, 17, 7 and 9, 16, 6 and 9, 15, etc. This is where the pool balls start to count, right over here, and we're not going to get into that right now. The separation of these two is 10 and 14. This 10 and 14 and a couple of other things are going to relate to the last video of 5775. 5 and 5 is 10, 7 and 7 is 14. This is number 5. These are all the key ones. 5 is the key to all of them. 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, and 5. 5 here, 5 here, 5 here. You have the 3 sides. Once you have these 3 sides, you have the reflection of the 2 levels here and the 2 levels here. 2 levels up, 2 levels down. 1 level up, 1 level down from the center. So now we come over here. We end up with 171, 1771. 1 times 8 equals to the high sky. The passage of the moon of H and I, which is actually A and B. There are no moons on this one over here. Why? Because in the piano, your first 8 and 9 become A and B again. The half-life, 16, and creation. Excuse me, 27 equals to the creation of the red sun. Here's your 27. 10 and 17, 27. Here becomes letter Z. Y, Z, Y. The extra Y becomes through the moon. Now you want to get 28. We have 28. And we're going down to 21. We have 82 and we're going up to 89. I don't need to go that. I don't need to go that to 29 because my 29, okay, is actually 29 reverse is 92, and that'll be inside of this one. So I do not need to do it. How else can I explain it that way? Here is your 73 to 79, but here's your 37 to 31. Because if I had to go 37 to 39, right? 37 to 39, the reverse would be 93. I'd get 93 to 99. The reverse, it's the same thing. And this, 93 to 99, is how Saturn works. And then you say, well, the big company of Bell, okay, the Bell star, the big black star, the crack star, is because of the lines, and the lines come out of where? Saturn. Is it a line around? Is it a gas leaking? Because there's a line around the crack star. the track star. So we go down to over here, we have 6469 becomes 25. This becomes your Earth, and it shows up right here inside 69. The birth of man, 3 times 3, 3 plus 3. 3 times 2, 3 plus 3 times 2, and 2 times 2, 2 and 3. Creation from Venus, 10 and 15, 25. 24, the communication of the cat, which is 5 and 7, 5 and 7. Gen. This one is artificial intelligence, and it all runs out at number 99. Pluto controlling inside of Jupiter, right? A little man controls the big man. So this is how we get to this whole rotation of this. We want to go one more thing. 9 and 8 is 17, and 10 is 27. That's what these totals. So the biggest number you're going to get is 28. And the smallest number you're going to get is 40. Let me see. Do I have them all? Let me see if I have them. 19, 28, 37, 46. I have them all. So that's the smallest number I can get. Okay. The smallest number is 20. The biggest number is 28. The smallest number is 24 because I've captured all the numbers. I have 1, I have 2, I have 3, I have 4, I have 5. I have 5. I have 6, I have 7, I have 8, and 9. I've done them all. 1, 5, 4, 3, 2. If I bring them into the 10 world, right? 98765, 98765. In the 7 world, right? It'd be 2, 1, 9, 1, 2. Why? Because 2 minus 9 is 7, 1 minus 8 is 7, 9 and 7 is 16. 1 and 6 is 7. 6 and 1 is 7. 5 and 2. So now we have the whole thing. 3, 9, 3 in the skies of Saturn. We have 28 and 27 is 55. 65, 75. 81 Venus. 95, 105, 106, 10, 6 Earth. 130. 130. 130 becomes 0, becomes 6, becomes 136. When you add 1 to 16, you get 136, the touchdown, the 613 laws of Moses of 365 and 248 equaling to 613, 3 points because we got it between the pipes, 2 points because we ran it after a touchdown and we ended up scoring in the zone. It was a runner, a pass, but we went over the line twice. This time we got the extra point, the extra man, Raphael 7286 in a constellation of Pegasus. Thank you for watching.